Okay, so we got the, let me think here for a second. We got that bolt off of the bushing or mount for the front of the torque arm off. That was a 13 mil, and at that point you're able to kind of separate the metal parts that surround the bushing itself and get that front of the torque arm off of the car and just give a little more room to work. What we did after that was these little guys here, they're gonna hold the universal joint to the, I guess this is what, the pinion, let's see if I can get it here. Yeah, I forget what you call that, but it's at the front of the diff there. But that's what's the yoke, I think. The yoke connected to the pinion gear. And the drive shaft is going to be in place with the universal joints like this. And these guys here are what holds the universal joint onto the yoke there. So these are 7/16 bolts. There's going to be 4 of them and 2 of these. And these aren't going to be like, main caps on the inside of the engine or the actual inside of the differential. They're not machined, so you don't need to mark which side is where, or what's up and down, or anything like that. Now, to get the U-joint out of the yoke here, you're going to need to use something like a lever. I used a wrench. I used a little wrench like this. And you kind of just find a place to pry on it. And you'll kind of, wherever you can get leverage. And you can just pry the drive shaft out of there. It should just kind of pop out with a little bit of pressure. Just make sure your head or whatever isn't underneath of it, because you'll get yourself a black eye, or and now let me see if I can, sorry for the quality here, I'm just trying to do this in my driveway and I don't have a lift or anything like that, so hopefully this will help people like me that aren't professional mechanics but kind of just do it on their own. So hopefully this drive shaft plugging into the transmission should kind of slip out. Yeah, looks like it's gonna do it for us. Okay, alright, we're hung up in the back, so let the back end free. Okay, back end's free, so this should kind of slip out of the back of the transmission. Make sure your melon's not underneath of it. Okay. Alright, so the drive shaft's out. Now, at this point, I think what we're going to want to do is start working on the torque converter bolts. And now that we're not connected to the drive shaft, I'm hopefully going to be able just to spin the flex plate to get at the different bolts and then put it back into park, and hopefully be able to get enough torque on those bolts to get them out. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so we're going to have to kind of do trial and error here. I don't know how much of this is going to need to be replaced. Let's see the front of this, just for shits and giggles. Why not? Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that's the output. Probably want to check the condition of your universal joint. There's going to be little bearings in there. Just make sure they're not fried before you put everything back together. Let's see. So I'm going to start working on the torque converter bolts, and we'll get back to you at the next one.